Hello, and we're back. Yay! Monday Night Paranormal Live with myself, Paul, and Jenny from Host for Ghost, Angela's from South Coast Ghost, and our very, very special and privileged guest is Neil from the Haunted Antiques and GPN, and we'll get into them. So if you have any questions for Neil, please send them in, and we'll answer them. We'll put him on the spot, make him answer, give us everything that's going on. A lot of you may have met Neil when he owned the Haunted Antique shop in Hinckley, wasn't it, Neil? Is it Hinckley?
In Leicestershire, yeah.
Yeah. So you would have met Neil there, as Neil was the owner. Obviously, sadly, now the shop's gone. And Neil's a retiree, just sitting there in the life of luxury now. Look.
Yeah, that's great. You can't beat it.
So welcome to Monday Night Paranormal Live, Neil. So
yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Oh, that's fine. So we'll start off about the shop. So you say you had the shop about 8 years.
Yeah, just over 8 years. We opened February 2018, so it's just over 8 years.
And what made you buy the shop or start up a haunted antique shop?
Well, I used to co-own a venue group, so we took paying guests to haunted locations locally to us. But I quickly decided I didn't want to take guests to locations because I wanted to do things myself. So I left that and I wanted to do something different. I thought haunted objects was a little bit different then. You know, it's got more popular now.
Yeah.
But I thought that was different. So I started collecting potentially haunted objects. I started in my carport actually. But my wife was experiencing some things in the house, so she says they've got to go or I've got to go. So I thought I'd better find a building to house them, and it grew from there. You know, it grew quite big over the 8 years, but everything comes to an end, and I want to do. I get bored very easily, so for me to do it for 8 years, I've done well, but I was getting bored with it,
Right.
and I want to do something different now.
Yeah. And did you have a question for Neil?
What kind of haunted objects did you have?
We had all sorts. We split the centre into different rooms, themed rooms. So we had a war room with lots of different war artifacts in, and we had an Anderson shelter and helmets and uniforms and that sort of thing. Then obviously we had a dolls room because that's the most common haunted object. And then we had the seance room where we did seances, and we had the attic with the more negative items went in the attic. But we had a wide mix. We must have had hundreds of different items in there.
Did you experience anything happening there when you've been in the shop, whether it be during the day or late evening?
Yeah, we had lots of things happen. I've seen full-bodied apparition in there. I've seen shadows. I've heard footsteps on the landing when there was no one there. We've seen blue lights in one of the rooms. So we've experienced lots of things. And obviously we've had paranormal teams get going every weekend since we opened, and they've had lots of experiences. So it was very active.
Yeah. Myself and Jenny did an investigation there once, and the dolls room was the creepiest one for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, dolls.
There's something about them, I don't know. They seem to follow you around the room. No matter where you walk, they seem to all be looking at you in the room.
Yeah, yeah.
But we had a great night there, though. It was because I think we went there on the Friday, and then Parameet was in the hall on the Saturday, wasn't it? Was it
Parameet Grange?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, Sketchy Grange. Yeah.
We went there on the Saturday. Brilliant, really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a real eye opener. The speakers you get, and and everything that they are talking about. Their specialities and stuff. It was interesting, different for us.
Yeah,
anyway.
I with the speakers, I've got a formula with the speakers. I tend to have I've got the regular speakers like Kate Sherrill, Kate Ray, Paul Goddard always comes there, and Liz Cormel. They always come, but they always do talk about something different.
Nice.
And then I throw some new speakers in, and I'm open to have any sort of speakers. So
Right.
it's not just well known. Well, the really well known people.
Yeah.
I want to know everyone's experience, whether it's from the skeptical side to the full on believer to the mediumistic side.
Yeah.
So I like to give it a good mix.
Yeah.
I'm especially a good mix this year because I've got a debunker coming on,
Oh.
and he's doing a talk. So that again, I think if you're a paranormal investigator, you are a debunker anyway, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah. You debunk 80% of what you get anyway, don't you? You know, it's
Yeah,
that 20% that's unexplainable, shall we say? That's what
yeah,
we say. You know, it's
yeah,
not necessarily paranormal; it's just unexplainable. We can't explain the logic behind it. But
yeah,
yeah, we had a thoroughly good time there. Listen to the speakers, and I think we were
good.
there when Richard Felix was there.
Oh, he's a character, Richard.
And he's so funny, isn't he? Neil Story. Neil Story. Oh yeah,
Neil
Neil
Story.
Story. He was really good. Who was the
Yeah,
other lady?
Penny.
Penny Griffiths. Yeah. Penny Morgan
Penny
Griffiths. Yeah,
Griffiths Morgan. Yeah,
yeah.
she's
She was
regular.
really funny. Yeah, yeah. So it was good. I mean, we really enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah, yeah. Kate Ray's always there. She's brilliant.
Okay. Yeah.
I really like her. She's so
Yeah.
good on elementals and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
incredible knowledge she has. So you sold the shop and moved on, and you're doing GPN now
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
on
doing
Roku.
Ghost Planet Network, which is it's a TV channel just for paranormal stuff. It's a little bit like you obviously nowhere near as big as YouTube,
Yeah,
but people can send me their footage to put on as well, and I'll put my own stuff on and the stuff that we've done as a team. So it's strange because we get more viewers from America than we do in Britain,
I
which is a
love it,
bit
don't
weird. But I suppose the American audience for the paranormal is huge.
they? Yeah. I think it's a bigger audience than it is here, really, isn't it?
Yeah, so I want to start growing that because the museum took up so much of my time. I can devote more to the Parameet and to the GPN now. So
Yeah. And what's the feedback you've got about GPN?
it's really positive. Yeah,
Good.
and it's free to watch, and of course,
Yeah.
everybody likes it when it's free.
Yeah. Don't we all? We all like it.
Yeah, so it's going to grow slowly.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too big because then it'll just be like a job.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
want to enjoy it. I enjoy watching people's videos that they send to me because I watch every single one.
Yeah.
So
Nice. Do you have a question for Neil, Angela? Lost your voice. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
can't hear her.
I don't know. Can't hear you. Microphone switched off. Oh. No.
That's the quietest I've ever known a woman to be.
Oh,
Just joking.
She's still
I am just
listening.
joking.
She's still listening. So, what does the future hold for you, Neil? Then, as you're going forward now.
I want to start doing live ghost hunts. And I've actually got my first one Friday night. So when I do the live ghost hunts, I want it to be over 2 nights. So this Friday and Saturday, I'm at the Priest's Cottage in Leeds.
Okay.
And the way I'm doing it, it's going to be broadcast live on YouTube initially, because it's easier to broadcast live onto YouTube than it is onto GPN because I have to use different software.
Okay.
Plus, if more people watch YouTube, I'm going to try and push them to GPN as well. So it's a promotion sort of thing. So the first on the Friday night, it'll just be me and my son investigating, and hopefully we're going to do a 3 hours live stream. And then on the Saturdays, I'm going to have a guest investigator with me. So it'll be me, Ben, and a guest.
I guess.
The guest this Saturday is Vicky from Haunted Happenings.
Oh yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that, but we're not using any gadgets.
Nice.
So no spirit boxes, because the spirit box really does my head in.
Yeah.
I know everyone uses them, but I'm not using any mobile phone apps. No flashy balls. No REM pods. No spirit boxes. It'll just be me and Ben. I've got a couple of pieces that I want to try.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it, and I've not investigated it anywhere since, apart from the centre, for years, really.
So,
So it's going to be nice to get back into that.
so will you use like traditional methods, like dowsing rods and knocks and taps? Will you be asked in that type of question?
Yeah, I'm just, yeah. I personally like dowsing rods, but I've got but the thing is with dowsing rods, it's a little bit like the Ouija boards. They can be easily manipulated.
Right.
So I do the dowsing rods that I want to try this weekend is
Yeah.
dowsing rods that you can't manipulate.
Oh, okay.
So it's a dowsing rod board that the dowsing rods sit in.
Oh,
So
okay.
no matter
Right.
what I do, I cannot move
Influence.
them.
Right.
So that'll be used for the first time on Friday night.
Nice. That sounds interesting.
I've also developed a Ouija board that you cannot move. The people using it can't move it. So I'll probably try that Saturday night when Vicky's with me.
Yeah.
So,
But,
yeah. So it's basically no flashy balls.
yeah. Can you tell us a bit about the venue that you're going to? Have you done a bit of checking, or you do your checking coming out? What do you do?
Well, that's always a good argument in the field, isn't it? Do you research it before you go, or do you research it when you've done? Me personally, like to research it before I go, because then I know,
Okay.
oh, people have experienced things there. As for example, bottom of the stairs. I don't.
Yeah.
So you can focus a bit more effort there. So I've been watching lots of YouTube videos about the Priest Cottage. I know the people, the girls who run it. So I'm looking forward to going it, but obviously people got to bear with me because I'm a bit rusty in
Of course.
investigating. Ben's never done anything like this before, so it's new experience for Ben, my
Nice.
son. So it's going to be good fun, I think.
Yeah.
And
And is your son Ben very much into it?
um, he's on the fence.
Right.
He's not done. He's not done anything like I said. He's been on one. He looked after the cameras on one investigation many years ago. So Ben is primarily going to be on the camera,
Right.
but I will get him involved as well. So I think
Nice.
I will leave him in the cellar on his own. He doesn't know this yet, but
Good
I
luck
do
with that one
think
then.
I'm going to leave Ben on his own in the cellar.
So,
So
one of our viewers, Graham Bentley's put in, what is the best thing you've ever captured?
and the best thing we've ever captured. Do you know Dudley Castle? We've captured a face in the ruin part of that. That was a really good capture, and we've captured a really good photograph of some sort of creature in the museum. And we've used a thermal camera many years ago. This was, it was a blue face, and it's obviously because it's blue. It's no one living because we'd be white and red. And
Sure.
it sort of stayed on the camera as we moved the camera around, the thermal camera around. This blue face stayed there, and you can see the background change and things. So that's possibly the best evidence that we captured when I was with my team. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And are you, Graham's put, do you use a voice recorder?
Yeah, I will be using voice recorders Friday and Saturday night. We've not used them very much at the museum, I must admit. But I'm going to actually use two different make voice recorders together.
Yeah.
Record at the same time. So will they pick up the same thing? I don't know.
Yeah. We've
Uh,
tried that a few times. I have a Philips voice tracer, and a friend of mine has the same one, and we put them on together, recorded exactly as time, same time. One picked it up, something, one didn't. So
Yeah.
not sure. Not sure what.
So I'm looking forward to that. I'm also, I don't think we'll have it in time. I'm also going to trial something new that Andy Guy from SkyTech
Oh yeah,
has developed.
yeah,
I'm not spoken to Andy for a couple of weeks. He's developing this new piece of equipment.
nice.
So I will be trying that out. Whether it's this weekend, I'm not sure. But
Yeah,
I've got another live event booked for June where I'm going to the old bank house in Barnsley. So again, that's going to be a 2-nighter. So,
right. And you
so
take that
that's
stuff along.
yeah. So and I think I want to measure the atmospheric conditions, that sort of
Mm,
thing. So I want to
mm.
go more down that route.
Yeah, scientific way.
Yeah,
It's like doing base tests, isn't it, before you start the night?
yeah. So
But you never know what you pick up during the night, do you? If you've never done a sort of a base level test. Andrew, you
yeah.
back with us? Jonathan Shaw's put, are most encounters safe?
Well, but me personally I don't think the paranormal is scary. You see lots of videos on YouTube and all the films that make the paranormal really scary, and it's all about demon this, demon that, and the poltergeist, they're going to attack you, and they run
Yeah.
out the building screaming. I don't see that. I think I don't think you're in any danger personally on any investigation.
Don't obviously you only look for the good side of it anyway, don't you? You don't go looking for
Well,
the nasty side.
I don't mind what we come across because we have done work with some negative entities.
Right.
But I've never been hurt physically. I've never suffered at all. I think it's all down to your mindset, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we certainly won't be running out the building on Friday or Saturday night.
You hope not.
No, we won't, because they can't hurt me.
No. No. Angela, if you want a question, just put it on the screen. Put it in the chat. I'm not sure what's happened to your microphone tonight. I was gonna so Ghost Planet Networks going forward, are you going to increase the size of it, or are you just going to keep it as it is now?
Well, it's on demand anyway. So
Yeah.
all the videos that I've put on over I think it's 2 or 3 years it's been going. They're all still there anyway. So people, I think there's probably 300 videos on there now, I'd imagine. So people can go back if they like, and it's all in categories. So if they like a particular team, they can watch all their videos. They're all sort of together.
Yeah.
Like I say, the Ghost Planet Live will be live broadcast on YouTube. I've just created a YouTube channel.
Right.
That's primarily to get the audience in. Then I can push them to GPN.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Good
think,
idea.
see, everybody, even the BBC now advertise on YouTube. So I think,
True. True.
I've not got a lot of respect for BBC, but that's a different thing.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to do some Ghost Planet recordings. So I'm hoping to go with different teams, perhaps, and record the investigation with them. So
Right.
it won't be live, but I'll record it. So it's two different things.
Yeah. Yeah. And then put it on later on YouTube and.
Yeah, well, this Ghost Planet the series will just go on GPN then, but
Yeah.
I want to push people away from YouTube onto GPN first.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Andrew's put, going back to your antiques. Do you have a favourite one? A favourite antique?
Yeah, my favourite is actually in my lounge. It's Bob's Clown.
Oh.
It's a little clown, and the story is that this little lad called Bob, he had deformities. He had calipers on his legs, so his parents and family disowned him. He ended up in a child's home, and he was mistreated there. And the only toy he ever had was this clown. So he he keeps coming, but he likes to stay with his clown. You know, the clown isn't haunted as such. You know, Bob isn't in the clown.
Yeah.
He just stays with it. He goes off, and Bob goes off where he wants to anyway. But he is just on the shelf in front of me, to be honest. He's in the lounge because I always said that if the museum closed for whatever reason, Bob and his clown will come home with me. And I've got others just in the conservatory as well. And because
Does he interact with you? Do you know when he's there?
oh yeah, we can hear him running up the stairs, and you know, he turns the tap on the kitchen, and he moves things in the lounge. But he's a lovely lad. He's only young,
Yeah.
but he will be coming with me actually Friday night as well.
Oh, nice. Angela's put, where did you get your haunted antiques from, and how did you know they were haunted?
Okay, Jane was the medium of the centre. We used to go to antique centres, and Jane used to say that's an interesting item, Neil. We could work with that. That's something that's got some energy around it. So that's how we buy them. And obviously, if they weren't too expensive, I'd buy them and take them back to the centre, and then we'd work with them. But a lot of the dolls were sent to me by people who said they were possessed dolls. But 90% of the time that they had nothing to them. I think they just watched the films, you know, the Conjuring films, and they had things, whether they had bad luck in their life or things happen in their house naturally, and they just blamed it onto this doll. I don't know, but a lot of the time, the dolls that people sent to us, there was nothing bad, especially nothing to them.
No. I was going to have a question, then I forgot. I knew I should have wrote it down.
You know the place in Canterbury?
Yeah.
Whereabouts actually is it?
In Canterbury.
Where?
Jen's asking.
It's called the Old Barn. I think it's just outside Canterbury.
Old Barn.
The Old Barn.
I can't remember the. I think it's in a village. I think it's in a village just outside Canterbury.
Right.
That's what we need to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
well, if you after the show, if you send me a message, because I will forget. It's my age. I blame everything onto my age.
Do you? Jonathan Shaw's put, do you discover items in places like charity shops?
Quite possibly, yeah. We did have some items from charity shops. We've also had items. One of the most popular items was a doctor's bag. I'd actually bought that at a car boot sale, and it's a Victorian doctor's bag.
Oh.
If you'd been to the centre, you'd probably know the bag I'm on about.
Yeah.
And I bought that from a car boot sale. So you have to, if you're drawn to something, then try it and try and work with it.
And is that how you find your objects? Do you get drawn to them? You think, oh, I could.
Yeah. Like I say, Jane used to say, "Oh, this item's interesting, Neil." So,
right.
But to be honest, I've not bought any items for a long time now. So
no. And your wife don't mind you having the doll in the clown in the house, then?
No, she likes Bob's clown, so she's happy with Bob. She wouldn't let me have the doctor's bag in the house, I must admit. We got a big mirror that we believe is a portal, so that's not being brought in the house. So that's under the carport at the minute. Because I'm going with the items. I'm going back to the way I started. I'm going to get my carport. I've converted the carport into a room. Right. So I'm going to have that room back for my objects. I'm going to start doing some more work with them then. And
will you open it to the public, a few people to come and have a look, or teams, or just yourself?
Possibly if small teams, because it'll just be one room.
Of course,
going to my house. So We'll see. I don't know what the future holds for that set part of it, to be honest.
So going back to the para chat. Oh, Angela's put, we bought our haunted table from an antique shop, but it wasn't sold as being haunted. I don't think it really is haunted. It's just a great table for table tipping. Have you ever tried that? The one there, and that is brilliant, Neil.
Yeah,
It goes
yeah.
all over the place. Have you ever tried that yourself? Table tipping.
Yeah, I have tried table tipping, but again, I think table tipping is a bit like dowsing rods and the Ouija boards. It's easily manipulated.
Right.
You have to know who you're on the table with. You know, if you know everyone's on the table. I'm going more to public events when you just have guests and you don't know who
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, you see, I have developed a table that people can't move.
All right.
So if it does move, and I'm thinking that's interesting because the people on the table can't manipulate it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of our lead investigators, Dora.
Hiya.
Hello,
So,
Neil.
so Jonathan Shaw's put, with the mirror, do you protect it?
No, we don't do any sort of protection at all.
You just leave it as it is in the carport.
Yeah, it's face down. It's facing away from the house at the minute, right up against the wall, so it's quite safe.
Yeah.
But when I position it in the carport room, eventually when I get round to it, when we're not working with it, I will probably put a cover over it, and that seems to stop anything coming through.
Do you, when you go to the mirror, do you have a feeling about it? Like you say, you're very skeptical, like we all are. But have you seen something in the mirror that sort of made you think, "Whoa, maybe this is a portal"?
Oh yeah, I've seen some footage that people have taken from it, and we've had lots of experiences with that mirror, so it's interesting, shall I say?
Yeah.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite saying in the paranormal. It's interesting.
Interested.
I've never actually seen. We've experienced so much, but I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% believer.
Yeah. Do you think it's good to go to every investigation as a skeptic?
I think it's good to go to every location not expecting anything.
Yeah.
Because then you're not going to be disappointed. I've been to 30 East Drive, supposedly most haunted house in the country. I've been there twice and fell asleep both nights because it was absolutely nothing happened both nights.
Really?
But I perhaps that was my own sort of mentality then, because I went thinking, no, I don't believe all this hype. So I was sort of shooting it down before I even got there.
Right.
So perhaps that was me putting the dampers on those 2 nights.
Because you were sort of shut down before you got there.
Yeah, I just didn't believe it because of all the hype.
Yes.
And so I think perhaps I spoiled it for myself those 2 nights. But this I'm doing these investigation Friday and Saturday night. I'm just going expecting nothing.
Right.
I will try to get some communication going. I've got some experiments to try. I'm looking forward to trying them. So if something happens, that's going to be great.
Yeah. And are you a believer in the spirit board? Ouija boards. Are you a believer in the communication with them, or do you think again they can be manipulated by? I understand what you're saying about people around you. You've got to be very trustworthy of them, haven't you?
Yeah.
Are you a very big believer in that type of communication?
Yeah, but I believe spirits can come through on the Ouija board. But it's just disappointing that you see so many teams or so many people faking it.
Yeah.
And that disappoints me because I don't see the point in that personally. But on YouTube, you get a demon, you get Zozo come through on a Ouija board, you're going to get lots of views.
Yeah.
It's complete garbage, but they get lots of views and they make lots of money from it. So that disappoints me. But I've had some great communication on a Ouija board. You know, during the lockdown, me and my wife did 3 live streams from home with a Ouija board. A lot of people said, Neil, you're stupid doing a Ouija board at home. And I thought, no. And we got some communication because it's all, I believe, with a Ouija board, it's all down to your intent, who you
Yes.
invite to come to you. The first one we did, I says, all we're going to invite is family members. And we had Julie's nan come through, and this Ouija board spelled out things that we didn't know.
Oh,
And even Julie didn't know. And afterwards, the next day, I think Julie went to find what her nan had said through the board, and she found these letters.
oh wow.
It was just me and Julie on there. So
And that didn't make you a believer.
no, because did Julie subconsciously know it?
True. Yeah. Yeah. One of our viewers, Graham, do you think it's just spirit of children who hook up onto the dolls, or could it be a bad spirit pretending to be a child?
It could be a child or an adult that, for whatever reason, they want to stay with this doll. You know, we've got. I've kept the 3 main dolls here. 2 a child, 2 are children. One's an old lady whose doll it was, and she just wants to stay with this doll.
Right.
I'm not a big believer in these evil spirits pretending to be children, to be honest.
Right.
But I've never come across it. So until I come across something, I don't believe it.
Sure.
So
Until you experience it.
I need to experience it myself.
Margaret has put, demons communicate through the Ouija board. We burnt ours. I don't know.
Well,
we weren't there.
Well, to be honest, we did while we were at the museum, we did do a series called The Demon Connections, where we did invite a different demon to communicate with us every episode. So,
And then what happened? Did you get one every episode, or is this nothing?
the one we invited, because Jane invited a particular demon to us, and they always came and gave us information. My idea on demons is they're not evil like the Hollywood portrays them. They're just ancient spirits.
And do you still work with Jane, or are you going to go forward with Jane now?
I'm not sure about that one. I
Right.
want to do some projects on my own.
Yeah.
Then, but hopefully do some more with the team as well. But we're not sure yet.
So Graham's put, we use children, Victorian prams, and while with Julie's investigation, it moved around on request and turned and was incredible when it happened. So I think what he's saying, they used a Victorian doll, not by itself, it just had a finger on the cloth, so it didn't actually touch the pram or the frame. I think, yeah, they actually had it move on its own. So
that's good.
It's interesting, isn't it? Let's put it that way.
Yeah, of course it is.
So, Andrew, do you have a question, or Dora? Did you have a question for Neil?
I don't know if that question come because I was a bit late.
Oh,
What's
right.
the scariest investigation Neil done?
The scariest investigation I've ever done was at a place called Wigston House in Leicester. They don't do paranormal. They don't let paranormal teams in now. So that was the scariest, because we took guests with us. That was at the time where we used to take guests to locations, and it was crazy night because lots of people were being affected by this Mr. Wigston. He was quite a nasty man. He was affecting a lot of the ladies, and they were having to be taken out of the building. So that was quite scary. Because I was relatively new at it then. So
Right. And did you believe what you were seeing then?
not all of it, because I think it was just mass hysteria because as soon as one got affected, is that
Yeah.
subconsciously
The rest,
affecting the
yeah.
others? And I can't remember. I think about 6
Yeah.
women we had to take out,
All right.
but I just think that was the mass of ladies being affected. One
Yeah.
was getting upset. That could have been just emotional. A lady being emotional. I don't know, because it was quite an emotional place.
Right.
The atmosphere in there. So personally, I don't think they were all being affected by this spirit.
So it's like the power of suggestion. When one goes, someone else feels that, and like
Yes.
because there's a suggestion of feeling unwell or
Yes.
there's something bad. That's what happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it goes into hysteria, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have a question, Angela? See you looking. Right. Have you captured any activity on a camera at the museum?
Yes, loads. We've got the best photograph that we've ever caught was from the door leading into the attic. It was like a lady was doing mirror scry and her face was completely changed. You can actually see that on the photo.
Yeah.
There was a dark shadow to the other side of the door, and there was no one else in there. And then there's like it to me, it looked like a huge snake's head coming out the
Oh
door.
wow. Goodness me. What did you think
But
that was then? Why did you think that was there?
I just think it's one of the creatures, because we did have spiritual creatures in the museum, so that was just one of the creatures. I do believe there's lots of I think we humans try and think that we're superior being. I think there are other creatures that we can't see.
Hmm.
I think it was just at the right time to capture that one on the camera.
And Andrew's put, are these pictures available online?
I can certainly send it to you. Yeah, there are available somewhere, but I wouldn't know where. But they
Yeah.
are on my phone.
Cool.
So I can send it to you. So it's just, again, once we finish, I will forget. So just send me a message.
It's terrible, and it's getting old, mate. They told me it was supposed to be good getting old, but I'm not so sure.
A lot of it's good, but memory is not good.
No.
Aches and
I'm
pains
terrible.
aren't good.
So do you think now you've left the shop that the shop is still haunted?
Yeah, I think the building was haunted anyway before I took my items in there.
Right.
So, but I did invite them all to come back with me anyway. So whether they're hanging around,
You've got a busy house then.
hopefully they're going to join me Friday and Saturday night when I'm investigating. So
Yeah.
I do get something, because people who don't investigate think it's they watch the YouTube videos, don't they, and the TV, like
Yeah.
Ghost Adventures and most sort. They think it's action all the time. But people who investigate properly know you can sit for 3 hours, getting very cold, and get absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But that's the way I want my Ghost Planet lives to be.
Yeah.
If there's nothing happening, me and Ben will just have a chat between us.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, that just
to
shows
be
how it is,
honest,
doesn't it?
to be honest, that's sometimes when you get more activity, is when you're sort of ignoring them, talking amongst
Yeah.
yourselves. They might think, hey, you come to talk to me here. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Yeah, we've found that in a few investigations. You're chatting, you think, what was that noise? And they do
Yeah.
it right when you're talking, so you just can't actually. You waited 3 hours for a knock, and
Yeah.
it just as you start to talk, they knock. Or you turn your voice recorder off, and then they say something. You think, what?
Yeah.
They're swines, aren't they? These dead people.
Well, yeah, for want of a word, yeah. So, what's your opinion on these TV programs? Like you mentioned, Most Haunted, and I always sort of give the clues away where it says for entertainment purposes only at the very beginning of the show. What's
I
your opinion on them shows?
Yeah, me personally, Most Haunted. You got all of us who investigate. I've got to give Most Haunted some credit when it first started.
Yeah,
Especially, I loved Most Haunted when it first started. I loved Most Haunted live, and
yeah,
that's why I want to do the more lives
mm,
because I want to. I'm taking a little bit of them, but doing it
yeah,
real.
yeah,
But I do think this is another reason I started GPM because production companies and the general public want activity no matter where you go. Something's got to happen,
yeah, yeah,
and you're not going to get stones thrown at you the second you walk in the building. You're not going to get bangs the second you walk into a building. It's just I wish it did happen, but it doesn't, does it?
yeah. No, no.
So
And
I think when Most Haunted started, I think this did start off genuine,
yeah,
but then perhaps the production company said, no, Dev's got to be possessed every time, and this has got to happen, that's got to happen, because the viewing figures are going down because nothing happened last week.
yeah.
Um,
Nobody watches nothing, do they?
no, and Ghost Adventures, I just think that they're just full of nonsense, to be honest.
Yeah. Well said.
And
Yeah, yeah.
there's been others that you just think. I like it when it's live because you can't edit things. You know,
Mm,
I've known some teams to edit one bit of their video out of there and put it in there because that makes that bit sound better than that bit.
right, right.
Do you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah,
When,
yeah, yeah.
for example, Friday and Saturday night when we're doing it live, I can't edit anything. What Ben films is what's happening.
It's what's going on. Yeah, yeah. And that is
Um,
like a true life investigation, isn't it? It's like bringing the people in there with you, isn't it? Through the camera.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I've always enjoyed the live ones. You know, lots of teams have done. Haunted Live did lots of live events, and I
yeah,
love watching them because you're there with them.
yeah,
And like we said, nothing happens. It's been an entertainment few hours anyway, entertaining
yeah,
few hours.
yeah, yeah.
So
We always
that's
sort of say to people, you get out what you put in.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I obviously Friday and Saturday night I want something to happen because it's the
yeah,
first ones that we're doing. But I can't guarantee it. I certainly won't fake anything. I won't say there's a noise when there's not a noise.
yeah,
Because I think reputations are everything, and as soon as you get caught out faking something, that's it. The reputation's gone forever.
yeah, yeah. It's better
So
to
I'm
be
not going to
honest,
risk
isn't it?
that. I'm not going to risk that. And Ben certainly won't say he's heard something when he
No,
hasn't. There's just
no,
no point to it.
no. Could you, like you say, you can get found out, can't you? And then it's it's not worth it. If nothing happens that night, then that's just how it is in the paranormal events, isn't it? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
something happens, nothing happens. You might get one bang all night. Okay, one bang, you can't. It is unexplainable. That's it for the night, isn't it? You know, it's just how it's not a game show.
that's right. That's right. They're not performing monkeys,
No, no. And this is
and
why I think
it's
TV puts people off, isn't it?
yeah, and I think it's down to how you treat them as well. You know, you got
Of course.
me personally think you've got to remember that you are going into their home,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you treat them with no matter who it is, you treat them with respect because you are in their space at that moment in time.
yeah,
So
yeah. You've always got to go into an investigation respectfully for the spirit and the
yeah,
location and the objects in it. Graham's
yeah,
put, do you think there are spirits everywhere? Because I think you could go anywhere, and if you sit for a while and are patient, you could well capture something you can't explain logically.
yeah. I think I think you can go into any house or any woods, any building, and if you talk to them respectfully and call for them to come, they can hear you. Or before you go, you send out the signals saying, "Oh, yeah." For example, you want to talk to a particular spirit who used to live there, or the I don't know anything. If you send the signal out, perhaps they will come to you. So it's
Mm.
not you've not got to pay £1,000 for a haunted location, you invite them in anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. It's going on the investigation with the intent, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's the main thing, isn't it? You know,
yeah, that's
intent
right.
with respect for what's in it, the location and the spirits. And
Yeah,
that's how we see it, you know, we go with good intent. You know, if something happens, brilliant. You know, we've had a good
yeah,
night, nothing happens, that's just one of them nights. You
that's
know,
right.
it just doesn't go on. Dora, do you have a question for Neil?
What's the furthest you've been on the investigation? How far you travel?
The first I went to Edinburgh Vaults many years ago now, must be over 10 years ago. Because I live in Leicestershire, so I drove all the way to Edinburgh, and you couldn't start the investigation till I think it was midnight. You couldn't start the investigation till
Ooh,
midnight. So we
that's a long
investigated till 5
waiting.
in the we investigated till 5 in the morning, then I drove all the way back again because that killed me.
I
But the
bet it did.
Edinburgh Vaults was I'd like to go back there. That's a cool
Was
location
it
with
good?
Mr. Boots.
You enjoyed that, did you?
Yeah, it's well worth going. And like I say, it was many years ago. So I really I was quite a novice then. So I hope I know a lot more about it now. And
Yeah.
so I would like to go back again.
So do you have a lot of haunted locations around Hinckley, you know, Leicestershire that you really want to go to, or you want to approach people to get in there? And
Yeah, there's quite a few local ones because we're Hingley's right in the middle of the country, so nothing's too
yeah,
far away from us.
yeah,
So we've got Leicester, you know, the Guildhall in Leicester, Belgrave Hall, Bow Manor House, and then in Warwickshire we've got Warwick Castle, we've got Stratford upon Avon, not just down the road from us.
yeah,
So we're lucky. Nothing is too far away, really. You know, if like you guys down south, you
yeah,
got to travel a long way to get to the Midlands, even.
yeah. We have,
So
yeah,
yeah, we're quite lucky, really. But I do want to go to lots more locations. Now I'm retired, you see, I can go anywhere, really.
yeah. We'd be very honoured for you to come on one of our investigations, mate. If you're ever
I'd love to.
down the south, we do a lot of faults down here. We have a lot
Yeah,
of
I'd love
faults,
to.
and we're looking at a few more other venues to get to. So you're always welcome to give us
Yeah,
a message
please.
if you're ever free, and we'll let you know where we are. And
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
so
Keep
more
me
than welcome to
informed.
come. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So, what's on your bucket list? What would be the place that you really want to go on your bucket list? Whether it's here or abroad, where would you like to
Abroad.
go?
Well, obviously, I'd like to go to Alcatraz. I think everyone would like to go there, wouldn't they? Just for
Yeah.
the history of it.
Yeah,
I'd like to go to. I love old castles. So that knocks America out of the equation because they've got no old castles. But
yeah,
Europe's got some really nice old castles. I'd like to
yeah,
go there because there's lots of history. Um, I think I'd like to go to some World War II areas in Europe as well. But I want to go back to Dudley Castle sometime because
right,
I've been there a lot of times and that's a cool location.
yeah,
Tudor World in Stratford is a good location, so I might go there. But I really want to do new locations. So, you
yeah.
know, the location that you do where you are sounds great to me because I've never investigated down there.
Yeah, it'd be good to come down there. They have the D-Day tunnels. Yeah, we have a lot of faults in Hampshire. We're about 2 hours from Hampshire because we're in
Yeah,
Surrey, but Dora and Angela are down in Hampshire, Portsmouth area. You know,
yeah,
there's D-Day tunnels down there. There's Fort Widley, Purbrook. You know, there's a massive faults across the Hampshire. Fort
yeah,
Brockhurst we're doing Saturday is one of them fallback faults for the Second World War, and it was
yeah,
built in Napoleonic time. So it's quite a fault. So we're very lucky to have that across Hampshire. Lots of locations really across Hampshire. What else is down in Hampshire, Dora? D-Day tunnels.
Yeah. Fort Whitley, Fort Pembroke, Fort Nelson, but that's
yeah,
different group you're going with.
yeah.
Uh, What's the one in Southampton? You went with Julia, Tudor House, yeah?
Oh, the Tudor House in Southampton. Yeah, yeah, we went
Yeah.
to that one.
What's that manor place? When
Hazel's put. Where's making Hazel? Angela's put lots of castle ruins as well.
yeah.
We have down it.
Yeah. I'd like to
Yeah.
go to the castle ruins as well.
Tangmere.
We've got obviously places like Wimmering Manor, Tangmere
Yeah.
Aircraft Museum. Have you done an aircraft museum, Neil?
No, I haven't. It's somewhere I'd like to go as well.
And
That
you
is
don't? Do
good
you have
one.
anything like that up there? Sorry, Dora.
No, that I would-
Not locally to me. I've heard of the Doncaster Museum, but that's
Right.
because I got a friend who comes from that area.
Oh, okay.
So we've got nothing like that around it that I know of.
Andrew's put the Submarine Museum and the Hovercraft Museum as well. So they're
Yeah.
all locations down here. So we have quite a varied sort of stuff around Hampshire.
Yeah.
So I'll keep you informed anyway
Yes,
what
please.
comes up. Graham's put, have you ever been to Guy Cliff's house in Warwick? And an amazing place.
Yes, I have, and yes, it is an amazing place. But unfortunately, I contacted them the other week, and they said that you're not allowed to film there.
Oh,
Which is
really?
a bit disappointing. That's what they told me. So whether
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
know,
they
but
did
I
that.
have.
Where was that they did that? Shepton Mallet Prison. I think they stopped filming. You weren't
Yeah.
allowed to film in Shepton Mallet Prison.
No,
Because
disappointing. And of course, I want to go
we-
to film. You say,
Yeah.
Shepton Mallet prison. We could film, but we couldn't share
oh,
the
That's
video.
right. Yeah.
Yeah,
You had to pay, didn't you? Extra.
yeah.
You had to pay extra to film, like Angela's just said. You had to pay extra £500. I think they were charging
Really?
to yeah.
That's a
extortion,
lot of
isn't it?
money. That's a lot of money in it.
Especially when you paid to go in. Graham's put Ludgershall Castle in Hampshire, where I go totally free, mostly very quiet, and the spirits pay me with their wonderful responses. Graham gets some really good EVPs from there.
Yeah,
Really good. Yeah, it's called Ludgershall Castle, and it's obviously in
Sounds good.
ruins now. But if you're ever down that way, that is a place to go. Near Andover, Salisbury,
Yeah,
that area. That's a great place. He gets some real good EVPs from there, especially on his
Cool.
own. So
yeah,
it's well worth looking.
yeah.
Andrew,
I
do you have
think
a
I'll have some-
question? No. Dora, is there anything you would like to ask Neil?
What's your favorite equipment you're gonna use on like ghost hunts?
Well, I don't like all the normal stuff. I don't like spirit boxes and cat balls and EMF meters. I don't use any of them. But to be honest, the one piece of equipment I do like is it's a handheld device, and what it does, because I believe in spirit communication is all about different frequencies,
Mm.
and this device inputs at a frequency that we can't hear, then converts it and outputs it at a frequency that we can hear. So,
All right.
example, it's actually set on 70 kilohertz or whatever. So that's inputting at 70 kilohertz. So any noises we can't hear that, but then it converts it and outputs it
Oh, wow.
to the frequency that we can listen to. So
And have you had some good responses to that?
yeah, to be honest, we've only used it once. Amy and myself used it once, and you could very quietly hear somebody talking,
Oh, wow.
and you shouldn't be able to hear because we don't talk. We don't talk at that frequency. So to get any sound through there is sort of interesting. But it's a new device and it's just getting the right frequency now.
Yeah.
But I will be using that Friday night.
Is that something you built yourself or
No,
made?
no, it's just an idea of mine, and someone made it for
Oh,
me.
wow. Oh, wow. And it works.
I'm
It clearly works.
I'm looking forward to trying that one.
Yeah. Any other questions, Angela?
No.
So going forward, so where can people find Ghost Planet Network and how can they get in touch with you going forward?
Ghost Planet Network is available on Roku TV on a Roku stick, or it's on all mobile devices because it's internet based now. So you can watch it on your mobile phone and whatever. So to watch that, it's just ghostplanetnetwork.com. And I'm on Facebook on Ghost Planet or Parameet World.
And
So
you're going on
that's how the,
and you're on YouTube, you say?
yeah, I've just there's nothing on there at the minute. Friday night's investigation will be the first one. It's Ghost Planet Live. So that's where all my live investigations will be going on. So
There you go.
I'm
It's
looking
all
forward
along
to
the
it.
bottom of the screen. So people could see
Thank
it's
you.
all along the bottom of the screen. So well done, Angela. Thank you.
She's
So
really on the ball.
she is. She's got no microphone, but she's on the ball. Never mind. We understand. Ghosts are taking, spirits are taking over.
That's it. Blame the spirits.
Yeah, we got to blame someone, mate, haven't we? So it's
Yeah.
part of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So, do you have any questions for us? Oh, Jonathan Shaw said, "Do you use any equipment that can capture objects out of the visible light spectrum?"
Well, actually, I've got a UV light I'm going to try at the weekend as well. See if that
Oh wow!
does anything. So I've got it. I've got it all packed and ready for Friday night. So, we're gonna be trying to use a UV light.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if anything will work with it. Whether we'll be able to see anything, I don't know. I've never used it before. I've just actually
Right.
found it. It was in a cupboard at the museum, and I found it. And
Wow.
I thought, oh, I remember getting that, but we've never used it. So Ben and I are going to use it Friday night for the first time. So we're going to try different experiments Friday.
Yeah. So, will you take your thermal imager with that?
I don't have a thermal imager now. That was
Oh,
many
okay.
years. That was many years ago.
Right.
Perhaps I'll get one in the future.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Be interesting
Depends on.
to see if you could see in the UV light, wouldn't it?
Yeah, depends on the finances. That does, because we'll see.
Always depends on that, mate, doesn't it?
Especially now I'm a pensioner.
I wish I was a pensioner. My pension's got mucked up, so I'm getting no income at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've mucked it up big time. So
Oh no.
they assured me it was all ready to go for when I retired. And it's a private pension as well, not a state pension. And it's a final salary one. So
Oh no.
they said all you got to do, I've gone through all the stuff with them, and just send us your bank account and the day you want the funds to be released. And when I told them, they said, we've got an issue with your pension this end. So I can't get state pension. That was just going to be filling in, but I'll get to the bottom of it, no doubt. So
Yeah.
also you can meet Neil on Parachat, isn't it? In June,
Well,
your
Parameet
Parameet, sorry.
Parameet in June in Hinkley.
In Hinkley, and then Canterbury in August.
Yeah, and then we're going to about 4 other locations after that as well around the country.
There you go. So will you be at all of them, Neil? You're going along to all of them?
I will be at every single one, yes. Yeah.
So if you want to meet Neil in person,
Yeah.
come along.
Yeah.
We're
be
actually
great to
doing a
meet you all.
talk. Yeah, we're doing a talk in Canterbury on the 15th of August, I think it is. So we'll be there.
Yeah.
Can't wait to meet Neil.
Good.
Because I remember meeting you at the shop before. So we've been in contact loads of times, haven't we?
Yeah. Over the years, yeah.
Yeah, don't say over years, mate. Makes me feel old.
Well,
Right.
I've worked out. Well, we worked out the other night. I've been investigating 18 years,
Have you?
and it's
Oh,
gone
wow.
just like that.
Yeah. Time just does fly, doesn't it?
It's
In
scary.
this world. It
It's
is really,
scary.
yeah. Before you
So,
realise
yes.
it, that's it.
You
Isn't
have
it?
to make the most of it while you're here.
Absolutely. Make fun of all the times. Anyway, so if there's no more questions for Neil or Dora, you have anything for Neil or
No, I can't think of anything else.
Angela? Angela? I'll take that as a no then.
I think she's frozen now.
Something's happened, isn't it?
Or asleep.
Yeah.
Sleep with her eyes open, look. That's quite scary, isn't it? Anyway, Neil, thank you so much for sharing your time
You're
with us
welcome.
tonight. We really, really appreciate that. So look out for Neil on the GPN network on the YouTube, where the he'll put Friday night's investigation on hopefully soon, and you'll be able to go along and watch that. That'll be, everything you see is genuine and live. So
Yeah.
pop along and see that. Ghost Planet Network, get on there and have a look. Myself and Jen have got it. We watch it quite often, so
Good.
it's very interesting. Some of the teams on there are brilliant. Honestly, it's well
thank
worth
you.
watching. It's the thing. So if you want to contact Neil, he's given you his Facebook page and all of that. So if you have any questions or anything for Neil, please get in contact with him, and I'm sure he'll answer when he gets
Yeah.
time. He's not nodding, so don't call between. What time do you go off to sleep? 2:00. So call out of hours.
To be honest, I don't sleep very well.
No, same here.
I'm
the
normally
same, mate.
downstairs. I'm still downstairs at 3:00 or something some days.
Anyway, massive thank you, Neil, once
You're
again from
welcome.
all of us on the Paranormal Monday Night Live. So take care, everybody. Have a safe week. Next Monday we'll be back on. Oh, so sorry about the sound disappearing. Don't know what happened. Hopefully you can hear me next week. Hopefully you'll be moving next week, Angela, not frozen. So next week we'll be talking about who's that? We'll be talking about our investigation at Fort Brockhurst and all the events we got. That's a complete sellout, so we're very happy about that. So thank you everybody that's bought tickets for that. All goes back to the English Heritage, so it all goes back to charity. We're trying to get times and dates for Netley Abbey. So once we secure them, we'll be putting them out to you. That's a very haunted location of the ruins of a church. So keep in touch. Keep an eye on the website and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Once again, Neil, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you taking time out of your night to talk to us.
Thanks for inviting me.
So take care, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.